There we go. There we go. Now it's working. Yeah, apparently I resized it the wrong way and OBS didn't want to work. Now, it's a little bit of a chore to get it done, but as you can see there, start off with 20k, already at 67k, and that's before I even finished off this bunch here. So specifically what you need to do, go to ores, make a bunch of boulder. It's over here. So it's a 2-to-1 on those. Then go down, make some crystals, shove those crystals into air somehow. They make air crystals, and those are 2-to-1 on those, so you're already basically paying up to 4 ore per one of these. Wait, well, I mean, I guess varies. But yeah, about 4 per one of these, and then you need 3 of those per chance at one of these. So you're generally paying about 12 ore for one of these things, so at 250 each, you're typically paying like, again, I count right now. Yeah, so 1500. 1750, what am I saying? Like I said, not great at math. Anyhow, 1750 per one of these, but that's per attempt. But generally speaking, if you buy 99 of them and you go through the whole thing, as long as 2 of your more than likely 5 or 6 succeed, you've already made a profit. So in this case, at 20 attempts, so this is just kind of to show how the odds go, I guess. But yeah, it is basically about a 50-50. So in this case, I've combined a couple of them. So as long as I get like 4 of them, it's already a profit. I mean, I'm expecting like 10 of them or something like that. Possibly more, depending on how it goes. Unfortunately, these ones you can't really get 2 of. But the actual point of these, and you actually can get these if you go and recruit a bunch of dragons too. The point of them is kind of like an upgraded bomb. So these things are utterly devastating if they hit. But, thing is, they're really expensive. Now, in the original, they went and they hit everything. I believe in this version, they only work as an upgraded bomb. Which is fine. If you could craft the original orbs, there would never be a reason to do anything, because, frankly, by this point, you could just nuke the entire map a couple times and be done. And I did actually do that in the other games before. Especially in the GBA game, you could go and occasionally get those from the extra dungeons, as I guess you could call them. But it had quest mode, which was functionally just you went out and you had a random fight somewhere, and you placed a bet on how many turns it would take you to either win the fight, and just completely wipe the other side, or to just take out the leader. And take it, like... Sorry, talking a bit too fast, kind of choke there. Basically, if you had situations where you could wipe the entire opposite side in 2 turns, which was certainly possible by about 3/4 through the game, you could start getting pretty ridiculous loot out of it. So anyhow, now I go down to these. So that went a little bit better than possibly expected. So you go down here. So, as far as effect, I'm double check here. Long range ability. I might actually just keep one. Well, no, because I can't really use them, so... There we go, 125k. I want to say it's if you get 500,000 that you get another title. Either way, 125k is way the hell more than enough. And, yeah, bringing this. So, this is the one where you get Olivia. You can run from this one? No, you can't. That's monsters, so I don't need them. And you fight this guy, he's another friggin' headhunter. And then your filler fights. Not the easiest fight, because he does hide pretty well. as I recall anyway. Voltaire's gonna run, these guys are gonna camp out up here. They like to do that sort of thing. The bottom party is a little slow to get up to the party, but when they do, problems happen. Generally, I find it easier to just take this top area and leave a couple people to guard the bottom in case they come. I mean, really the main problem is if the healer goes over to their side. Actually, you know what? Maybe Gilbus can go just take out those 5 by himself. Might be an idea. I doubt he can, but whatever. He's so friggin' slow that don't really have to worry about him dying this time. Only issue here. So you can get your fencers across, and unlike previous games, you don't have to worry about depth 1 or depth 2, it's just water's water. But the only crossing point is up here. If you've got archers, that's fine. If you don't, you're a little screwed. I mean, if you don't have long-range archers, I mean. Long-range archers are just overpowered. Great. Frankly, so many games they want to use archers and they end up sucking. I was doing this single class challenge of FFT a while ago. They don't suck, it's just they're kind of dull. I mean, if you abuse speed save, you can do some pretty ridiculous stuff. And actually, it's pretty funny if you find a way to get them hit by tiny things over and over, and suddenly they're just running around in friggin' chronic mode. Fantastic. Fencers cross here, maybe poison some people, have them run back if stuff gets dire. Okay, everybody else is going to the left and or sniper. Dragon Tamer's a little bit useless. They've got such a weirdly specific role to play. Empowered dragons. Really about it. Archer going. Usually you just find them sitting around, throwing around javelins. And then every now and then they'll save up all their points. Maybe that's the point. Maybe the point of throwing weapons. You want to be using TP for something else? Maybe. Still not worth the cost, though. And I hope if anybody ever makes a rebalance or hack or something to this, they will fix that issue. Where, you know, like maybe you craft 5 throwing weapons or just flat out don't give them a cost. Maybe get some kind of return. I think I'm only getting rid of her right now because she's a soft target up there. I want throwing weapons to be good, and I want the animal classes to be good. Not only because I'm using them. I always kind of love using weird gimmick classes. Like I said, I'm kind of just considering this the RuneScape run. I'm just applying a lot of the same weird rules that apply there. Like weird item shenanigans instead of anybody having any inherent abilities. Just you can use magical stuff but it costs money sort of thing. Yeah, I don't want that dragon healed, so I'll just smack that later a bit. It's just kind of funny, like, almost any game that has javelins, they suck. It's just bizarrely contrary to their realistic counterpart. Oh, these things would just mow down armies and whatnot. Kind of function as, like, assault rifles back in their day. No, they're gonna suck. I mean, Rome used them to take over a bunch of places. Fine, they suck though. They're, like, clinky and slow and not really lightweight as you'd expect a throwing spear to be. Whatever. St. Bernard, you have made a poor decision over here. I know Edward's about to eat it, but he's constantly in a state of being about to eat it. It's just his life. You know what? Just want to see if he can actually get a kill. I know it's a waste. Goodbye, Edward. Eat dirt. What you do best. He just really wants to take a nap. I think about another interesting run. It'd be interesting to do a Swordmaster only run. Yeah, when I'm done with this, I'm actually gonna save this on a separate file. To just have all the classes available and all the class marks and everything. But then just kind of use it as a launching point to do weird runs. I haven't really used any Swordmasters at all. I think they're still level 1 because Hobram died. And you can't de-level anything, which is kind of annoying. I'm not sure the game catches up. But if you get it past 10, you're just overpowered. There's no question about it. Kind of invalidates a run by that point. Don't mind. Nah, I don't get one. Because I really don't really know exactly what drops them. And I want to say it's probably Griffins. It makes sense for it to be Griffins. I'm just going to try to get as many monster kills as I can. I'm pretty sure the Wormclaw would almost certainly be that guy. Lag cloud has passed. Yay, Swordmasters! So very useful. They were the best in KOL. I'm gonna call it KOL because it doesn't make sense to call it the GBA game all the time. It's kind of weirdly over-wordy, almost as bad as all their titles. Honestly, this series probably would have done a hell of a lot better if they didn't decide to go for all the Queen references on every frickin' title. And I appreciate the in-joke, but really though. throw Voltaire in there, just chucking rocks. Yeah, Gildas is doing a good job just completely removing all 6 of those guys. Just invalidating their involvement in every way. 4 wizard guys up here, like what the hell? How are the 6 of you fighting one guy? Some actual help, they ate all the rest of my guys. Ah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess she wasn't a bastard, but I see what you're getting at. Killed the poor British wizard. Okay, now for a weird one. Oh, attacking brigandies again. This is one of those skippable fights. Mostly the guys in front basically decide to start a fight even though you tell them they're there to talk. Oh, you have to go completely unarmed and unarmored. Whether it was a glitch or not, I went there with just armor on once and they still considered it being armed. So those two still start a fight, but because you're unarmed, this lady comes and saves you. You have the dad guy. They're talking about how there was a whole royalty affair and that's how there were kids, and then this other guy that's part of the Black Knights guys. Well, he's kind of a dick, it turns out. Anywho. That is that. He needs his equipment back. So functionally, one of the Black Knights there, he just kind of screws everybody over, and it sets up a huge problem for everybody by just leaving this kid out there and telling everybody that there is no kid. And Man of Peace there, that's one of the titles you can get at this point for not actually going and murdering everyone. I mean, they say, you know, go unarmed, but my kind of logic first time through was, okay, send everybody without weapons? And they're like, no, 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 he's not alone. They're gonna totally punch their way in. Like, okay, I'll send the main guy with just some armor. No, he's still armed! He's gonna smash somebody with a shield. Okay, fair point, but there's like 20 of you guys. So they basically just don't believe it because he's got armor on. Therefore, he must have more people and he's all prepared for war or whatnot. Anyhow, at this point, they're saying go find all these sisters. And something about some bishop or religious guy of some flavor. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave Voltaire in constantly precarious positions now. If he survives, good on him. If not, then Olivia gets to be the new character. She's way better at that job, but you know what? He had it first. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but whatever. Now, one here. Going with the archers. Canopus probably won't be too useful in this one, so I think I'll finally leave him out for once. He's gonna sit back here, and I'd like a fencer. You know what, I'll leave him out for once. I was considering to go 2 warlocks on that one, but I'll probably do it on the next fight. I'm gonna try to recruit Sherry. Try to get all of them. If at all possible. there, you throw your rocks. Believe in you. Good job. Before crossing, it's a good idea to just snipe out this dragon. Potentially any guys on the southern end of the map. Their leader won't actually come up for a good while. And you kind of just get stuck with these dragons around. Oh, these guys have a flanking path this time, they're going to take it. Personally, I think lava dragons are just the best of all of them, because they're the only ones that can walk on lava. Not like the others get any real benefit. I want to say maybe water ones can walk on water, but I don't think they can, at least not by default. And when I was testing it all out, I remember just distinctly finding them to be the most useful. Okay, I'm gonna completely go back on what I said just for Dart's sake. Now hopefully he'll jump back and go after his own people. We're just a little bit off. He's deconverted. Yeah, no. So here's the thing. The book he just used is pretty rare, actually. I don't... Actually, the only time I think you can buy his books are if you find the secret store. 10% chance anytime you go to a store. Like, you can't find it. I don't know how many books you can find and buy there, though. Because most of them are pretty fine. The Dragonology. I think the little Remy guys start getting weird, weird plinkies then. It was either Damask or Petrodart. Yeah, no, Boulder. Yeah, no, it's Boulder. What am I doing? He doesn't have a dart. It's fine. My coffee ran out hours ago. These guys, maybe get a friendly dragon at some point. Not really too concerned about that guy right now. Because the sheer damage potential that they left open. You're gonna keep him there 50%. Perfect. It's good to have traders. Not when they go and heal themselves, of course, but it's good to have pet traders. The thing is that is what really help matters. Getting this guy taken care of would, though. really think that their chances of being charmed have something to do with their loyalty score. Really start reading them. But there's a hidden score, semi-hidden. I guess it's just more alluded to than overtly said. So you go here. So supports you in all things, but that's basically him supporting his side. And then this guy hates them. So guess never mind on that theory. Okay, can you dodge that? Oh. That's fine. That was completely an accident, and doesn't really have anything to do with accidentally leaving a spot open in the party or anything. And or trying to be the different title for letting at least one guy die. They accidentally overwrote my main file, and that was the only one that I ever lost anyone in. Which is funny, because first time through the game, like, didn't lose anybody. I think I had some 200 incapacitations or something. But, I had this one Dragoon that was on his last life, and he just basically got critted right off a cliff. Right at the very, very, very end of the game. He had a bad time. Should have moved into the 2-space range. What's funny is if you try to crit somebody into the lava, they'll just take an extra hit. I kinda wish that that would also work as just an insta-kill. But it doesn't. I mean, that'd be gruesome and friggin' messed up, sure. Like there already isn't enough messed up stuff in this game. Hell, in this version they included a hanging scene for Vice. Because on the neutral route, originally he would just disappear. This time around he gets hung. Apparently he just gets captured by some random guy in some random town. They just decide, no, he's a traitor, he's gotta go. He does. In case you're thinking, wow, that guy just did a freaking crap ton of damage on that ghost, that is why you would keep all the weapons around. Because for whatever reason, they don't just utterly wreck anything that remotely did. Weird freaking girl weapon. Fine, because they're turning on each other. Stop now is just to snipe away at that guy until he's gone. Little lanterns into his range. Maybe they use a silencing move on a wizard. I don't know. Would have been a little bit useful. That helped out our situation a little. Yeah, one more thing about the other games. It hasn't come up as much in this version. A lot of times they will go out of their friggin' way to pick up your loot. Which just seems like a weird, we want you to grind more type of decision. Like, especially late game where we're suddenly having to fight 20 guys to get one piece of gear. And suddenly somebody goes out of their way, puts themselves in an absolutely screwed position, just feel the bow you just got. Okay, I didn't have a turn to go grab that, I wasn't leaving it sitting around. It literally just happened. Let me have a moment. I mean, they will steal your stuff in other games, but you don't have to loot grind. Like in KOL, for example. I just recently was playing it, and this guy drops a warp ring. Just basically warp around. Really useful thing, but I ended up... Well, you can potentially get 2 of them about 3/4 of the way through the game, and I ended up losing one of them. Some random guy had a perfect spot, but just happened to be right where that bag is. I'm sure it was frustrating, but when the second one came around, nobody went their way to bum rush that bag. Able to actually get it. Oh, sir, you're having a bad day. Revra, what's the dude? Oh yeah, so they're looking for this religious guy because of some ancient artifact, old nonsense that they have going on. We got another book. Trickery? Also. Okay, so it's a psychology book. So you can go slap fairies with it. An anti-people book and anti-fairy book. Fairies and angels. So anything cutesy with wings, it's smacked harder with that. Now simply for the sake of dialogue, this is meant to be a wizard of some flavor. I don't want to replace... Alright, she's gonna be in... No, I don't have an extra bow for it either. Ninja, maybe? She's gonna be secondary ninja, I guess. They do have some extra blow darts around, and I believe an extra shield. One of them deal. Ring, but that's fine. Just because they have some extra dialogue. And I want to say having them both in this party might help. Won't be using them much though, so place them with this. Doctors are fantastic. Ooh. They'll make her an archer anyway. And then just give her an upgraded bow. Tracers. Bells. There, you're going to be right in the front lines. And... that will work. So she's trying to kidnap their dad. His chance, whatever thing everybody's after. He doesn't want to fight. So we gotta fight their sister. So what you have to do to recruit her, you need to just kind of lock down this area. And just kind of pelt down everybody but her. I think you can hear if I'm not mistaken. More in this ledge. So you need to take out everybody but her and then put her into critical. Then get some rain effect going. And then show up at some city rather. Oh, it's raining, and then you get a little cutscene where she joins. Main reason I want to do that is because after the main part of the run is done, I kind of wanted to go do the extra stuff. You get like extra bonus dungeons and stuff. Actually, no wait, I can't get the fourth sister anyway. Get her in the run. Alright, that's what I'll do. to be in the second run, I'll at least be able to get that last sister. But she can only be gotten on this route, and I was considering going the opposite way for the other run. Kind of just for variation more than anything else. And despite being fairly flimsy classes, these guys are a little bit annoying to get rid of because they're using bait. Now can be taken off. For a little, so she doesn't run up. At least that's what I'm hoping for. A lot of times, if you're lucky, you can just push them right off the ledge here. Fortunately, pushback doesn't seem to want to fall. Oh yeah, so this is another thing. They also like to stun everyone. Coin, please. Nope. I think this is this power basin. Shadowbind, clearly a big problem right now. Definitely doing so much moving around. I'm probably gonna stop using the charm darts halfway through this fight though, because I don't want anyone to squash Barry. And I may or may not have healed. Also, no. Also, she's a really good mage and stuff. Even after their severe number. Oh, that's not a good sound. Okay.